On a German track. What is going on there? What is going on there? What? What? I think there might be a bit of a problem with the side pod here. But we're on to the case. We're on to the case. Something must have happened here. I don't know why that is. But alright, alright. We let that cameraman be. But here we are. 33 laps. First row will be Graham Mike, then Salvador Ramanian, Hudlis Blümke, Statin Jelos, Wesley van der Burgt, and Banbua. 1 minute left. I hope we're ready. We're probably going for turn 1. Because you never know. Most of the stupid shit happens turn 1. And we're quite packed today here at Sachsenring. 19 people storming towards T1 to Automotorsport. Everybody will have a bit of a different breaking point. So let's hope this is going to be fun. So we do have intervals. Yeah, we will probably run interval then, I guess. Why is there a camera dude floating? As something... We're analyzing the side pod of Mike van der Burgt at the moment. It's, that guy is looking very, very in-depth into it. Oh god, we have... Okay. So, yeah, here we go, guys. Race start. Green flag. And here we go. We're all jumping into T1, and will we have a crash? Yep. 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 Looking good so far. Looking good. Looking... No! Oh, a big crash. Big, big crash there in the back with Friesa. Oh, no. That's very, very unfortunate. Munteanu goes wide as well. Friesa, at the moment, being involved in a crazy crash. Suspension looks good, at least from my end, but he's running P17. Let's go into the front. Mike van der Burgt against Theo Krey, the newest addition to the ragtag crew as a reserve. Plus Aditya driving in P8 here from that team. Going back into P9. Fighting against Statin. Oh, and we have a bump. We have a bump against Statin. In the back of the car, there's Singh. Indian driver. Looking like he tries to block Statin's way a bit. And now he's sandwiched. But Statin, he will try it for the outside, and he will take it for the outside. Singh almost losing it, going into Aditya Surva. Very, very close here. And let's get us back onto it. Very unfortunate. Wesley van der Burgt, damage to the front and to the back. Not a big damage, but still damage is damage. And we're going into Kleine Kuppe. It's a very tough and narrow up here on the hill. And there we are. Going for the move against Bambua, but nope, no chance. He closes up the door. Singh in the front as well. Wesley just has to keep it calm. Has to do his best to survive this. Just the way it is. It will be tough now. The aerodynamical features, like the wings, like the way that they're damaged now, This will definitely have some handling issues down the line. And we have Krey, of course, going over the line first still. Let's go into the front. Kudlis and Ramanian quite close. And Kudlis goes for the outside. Ramanian has the inside. And what was that move? Ramanian still in the front. But the battle is on. The battle is on at lap 3 out of 33. Quite close and packed here. Still, the grid has stretched in some capacity. At Sing, I would say, with 2.5 seconds at least, probably being 3 seconds soon. But in the front, P1 to P9 seems to be quite close together still. P19, Silvio Munteanu does not have a good day here on race day. Not sure what happened there, but he went off at Omega Kurven. T2 technically. Kudlis running closer and closer to Ramanian again. Does not have damage. Kudlis is safe from damage right now. Braking here with 80 mph and 130 kilometers per hour. Now Mike is probably trying to make a move at some point here, but can't keep close to Krey. We have to take that into consideration. The battle for P1 is not over yet, but at the moment it looks like Krey is driving out of the second of Mike. Kudlis closing in on Ramanian still. We have a bit of a closer battle here. Jelos Salvador. Jelos from Spinardi 50 gets the pressure from Blünke in the back, but tries to apply pressure to LGI racing driver Emmanuel Salvador. Today in a beautiful new silvery livery. I like it. I very much like it. And we're dropping down the Ralf Waldmann Kurve. Looking good so far. Let's run with intervals, to be honest. Oh, god damn it. There we go. So we see who's close and who's not. And Kudlis, again in the slipstream here. Fastest lap is Kudlis. He made up some good amount of time. 17.7. Throws it into T1, and this time he stays on the outside. What a move! What a move! I think there was a bit of a bump there at T1. I seen a bit of a yank there from one of the cars. So I think they touched briefly there. But what a move from the outside. This is a back marker, I presume. Moving out of it. That might have been Munteanu. Frieser in the pit, not a good day for him. I think that is at least almost over for him. Very, very scary to see one very slow car there to the side. Blümke and Statin are fighting it out. Statin's run to the front is on. And he is indeed running to the front right now. P7 for him. Beautifully made. Let's see where he can get more. Approaching Jelos. That is happening soon. That is happening soon. I do believe that. Mike at the moment in between the second of Krey. It seems like Theo Krey is in the turn part of the track. He seems to be a bit faster than Mike van der Burgt, but Mike seems to catch up quite easily right after that. But yeah, he's almost out of the second. Has to catch up now. Jelos Salvador is still happening right in front of us. We are with Statin right now. With Simon Brännström Statin. Had to teleport to the pits. right in qualifying. Couldn't set a faster lap, and now he tries to get back time and especially position. At Sachsenkurve here. We are approaching last turn. Theo Krey again fastest lap. 17.4. We are quick on our way. So far, he has been fairly fast. Decently fast in this race. And Jealous. I saw a 0.1 there between him and Salvador. Salvador braked a bit early. Jealous didn't make the move and in turn loses one additional place to Statin. Statin says, thank you very much. I'll take that if you don't want it. And runs into P6. And the next victim is already 0.6 seconds in the front there. With the name of Emmanuel Salvador. With the team name of LGI Racing Team. The move will happen. The question is when. I think so. Mike is officially out of the second of Theo Krey. He's back in. He is back in. Jealous gets pushed a bit out here of the time. As for P11 right now, Aditya Surve closing in on Wesley van der Burgt in P10. Splitting the fields between points and no points. Aditya is fighting for 1 point right now. And Wesley has a bit of a trouble in the Omega Kurven. Aditya has a beautiful exit out of that. And will now be able to really pressure Wesley into something. And he makes the move side by side. He has the inside for the next turn. Is it already over? Yes, he closes the door. And he makes the move. And there it is. Aditya into P10. What a beautiful move here. Have to say, I am very, very impressed by the racing we see today. Except, of course, of the initial crash after lap 1 after T1, basically. Which the reports will handle one way or another. We will see who is at fault there. I didn't really get a good look at it, and to be honest, I don't give judgment anymore. We'll see afterwards what the penalties will be. Jealous! Oh my god, what happened here? Statin back into P8, slight damage, side by side with Blümke, and they touch! They touch, and Blümke spins out, oh no! Attack driver Blümke spins out and is in P11 now. Lost a bunch of places in the process. What a shame. Damage to the back. Damage to the back. Rejoins the track. He has damage to the rear wing. And that will make handling worse and worse and worse. And from P13, he goes into P14. He is losing places left and right now. That is very, very unfortunate. Fusco sweeps through into P13 here today at Sachsenring. And Jealous pits. Wesley pits. Aditya fairly close to Singh. First pit stops are being done. Very, very unfortunate. Statin runs P6. Now has slight damage at the rear wing as well. Latvian Lightning locomotives. We are running 10 laps We're running in the 10th lap of this race, and we have seen quite a lot of action already. Of course, we're sitting tight and hope for even better racing down the line. Kudlis 0.3 away from Mike. Gotta happen somewhere down the line. Will he try it with an overtake from the outside yet again? Bit to the track info. We have a 3.6 kilometer track. We have a lot of elevation. 35 meters of elevation. We will run this track for 33 laps. We are a third done with this race so far. 2.6 kilometers. I would say that's more of a shorter kind of track. I mean, we have driven Spa. That is much larger than this. Lap times in the 1 minute 17, 1 minute 18. So you can clearly see that this is one of the shorter tracks. High speed turns. Maybe except the first sector. You're running everything quite fast. And Kudlis going down Ralf Waldmann Kurve and into Sachsen Kurve. And eyeing with the idea of overtaking Mike van der Burgt very, very soon. Van der Burgt, by the way, Burgt Racing. Have to always mention it. They usually run very stable races. That was the same kind of thing that gave them the good position they had in Season 1. Almost made P3 in the championship in the end of Season 1 was Mike van der Burgt. Wesley also running quite good, had a few podiums there. Not even his own brother knew that how many podiums he had. And usually they run a very, very stable race strategy. Very quick. Both brothers run very, very good racing indeed. With their reserve, Philip, usually also a very, very quick driver, was disqualified last race at Bikaniki. But now we are here in Germany, and we will see what kind of result we can expect down the line. We can go with tire H here. Ramanian goes into the pits for a new set of tires. Kudlis, Mike, and Kay still run the same tire as before. Should we go for tires for tire compound? Oh, god damn it, there it was. Sorry, I have to learn it still. Salvador on hards now, while Theo, Kray, Mike van der Burgt, and Kudlis are running mediums. Run back to the intervals, and the field stretched quite a lot, as you see now. Not that much of a difference anymore, but we have a battle here on our hand, and Banbua has the inside for Jelos, but can't make the move stick. Jelos versus Banbua. Look at that. Omega Kurven. And we push it out there. This is the battle for P10 right now. But, well, Jelos basically needed 3 to 4 turns to run out of the second of Banbua. So that battle is over. But the next battle is on, I would say. Mikos Atstinj in P9 is getting threatened by Spinardi 50 driver Evan Jelos. Breaking into Queckenberg and closing in. 0.5. Half a second left between him and Atstinj. Singh in the pit for a new set of tires himself. Theo Gray still running into the front in P1 without a shadow of a doubt. Kudlis in P2, 3 seconds behind that in the interval. Stettin closing into Salvador, but Salvador runs hard. He is probably running this until the end. Who knows what the strategy of the other drivers is at the moment. Adstinch there, slightly losing the rear right after the Omega Kurven, and Jealous keeps it calm. Keeps it very, very safe here. Has a slightly bumped front wing here in the 14th lap. And we will have to see if the move can be made. Also, oh my god! Something happened! Gray! Gray is out! He pits and he disconnects. And I do think I know what happened there. P1 is out of the race. This has been crazy. I didn't even realize what was happening until it was happening. And now it happened. It indeed happened. And I do think that I know what happened. Do you know what happened? The exact same situation we had. Not in these cars, but on the exact same track. He ran out of fuel. He indeed ran out of fuel. There is a car standing on the road. Not sure who that was. But yes, indeed. He ran out of fuel. And, yeah. Oh, Nick, that's very, very easy to say unless it happens to you. And I hope it doesn't. Because it has happened to Kudlis. It has happened to people on the muffler. It's very, very easy to say. I don't believe it. Not this early in the race. Maybe he killed the engine? I really don't know. I have my race engineer. If that ever happens to you, I will very much laugh at you, Nick. I don't accept people getting thrown down for... Like, Kudlis had the same problem. Just saying that it happened before that you run out of fuel. But back to the race. Kudlis jumping in for Flanagan in P5. Hasn't pitted yet. I also overfueled by a bit. Yeah, I mean, I also don't want to be the person that stands on the hill to the pit on Sachsenring and has to teleport. But yeah, especially on this track, it happened. Does somebody remember which person it happened to that ran out of fuel? Which series it was, I won't put up, but do you remember which person it was? Lobkov? If it happened to Lobkov, then you might be right as well, but it's not the person I'm thinking about. Side by side, Kudlis, Flanagan. Oh my god, what is happening here? Flanagan runs the inside there at Queckenberg, and Kudlis has a much better exit immediately into the slipstream and makes the move into P5. Flanagan with a bit of ping. I see the car jumping quite a bit. And Kudlis runs Flanagan to the inside, quite to the inside, and makes the move. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. My highest respect. Very, very well executed here. It was actually Tim Edens. Triumphs he is known for. In the muffler on Sachsenring. Season 1, he was out of fuel and he had to come to a stop on the hill to Sachsenring because the pit is actually hill up, and if you run out of fuel, you can't really roll into the pit. And that is what happened back then. Adstinch! Adstinch going off track. He almost was back at Jealous. The king has lost it and went into the gravel and now has to face the wrath of Banbua, driver of Panasonic Klimek Motorsports, who drives into Sachsenkurve now, and he sees Adstinch. He sees Mikus Adstinch, and he will make the move. Preferably very, very soon, because if you are in the second of someone, make the move fast. We have seen Banbua today losing out to a potential move to Jealous, because Jealous was just much faster. Maybe he can pick on Adstinch, but also maybe Singh gets closer and closer in the Omega Kurven here. Banbua looked like a slight lock up there in the front, and we probably see an overtake fairly soon, because I would say Singh at the moment is slightly faster than Banbua. Banbua is not faster than Adstinch, so can't make the move, at least now. We have the weather forecast, few clouds at the moment, 26 degrees. We have 32 as a track temperature with 50% humidity. So much for the weather. And now for something completely different. We are running. Oh, and there the battle is happening. The battle is happening. Adstinch made a mistake, I think, there at Sachsenkurve. And Banbua should be in the slipstream very, very soon. Next straight, he should have it if everything goes right. We are 18 laps in. This is the 19th lap in this race. Banbua almost losing the rear there. That happened to someone else earlier. I think that was Adstinch who lost it after the Omega Kurven there. And we have a really tight pack here. Kleine Kuppe going over. Can I see the tires? Yes, you may. Current tires are hearts for most people now. And oh my god, Singh goes off. Singh goes off right after Volkswagen. So most of the people are indeed on hards. That is granted that WSS does give me the right tire data. I'm not celebrating, but I have to say, if something like this happens, I have to... What do you mean, celebrating? When Adstinch and when Banbua as well goes off, and when Adstinch goes off as well, we get some excitement for the race. What do you mean, celebrating? There's nothing to do with celebrating. You put your hands in the air. Did I not do the same for Adstinch and for everybody else so far? I did. This has nothing to do with, like, being happy that somebody loses, but that something in the race happens that is interesting. If something happens, I am neutral to this. But of course, I will first hydrate while Statine runs closer and closer to Flanagan, and Ramanian will run closer and closer to Mike. Statine will make the move now. Goes for the inside. And here he goes. Makes the move. And oh! Oh, Statine! Hands up, by the way. Statine loses the car. Right at the point where he had him. Safe. Lost the rear just so slightly. The cameraman is still on the grid, looking at the starting line. We have a tight battle here in the back. In P12, Wesley van der Voort going for the move. Going for the move against Singh. Tries it for the outside. Can't make that move. That's something reserved only for Kudlis. Making a move on the outside there. Beautifully done earlier. I believe it was against Ramanian. Very well executed. Close racing so far. We are 2/3 in the race. Last third is on live here from Germany. From Germany, like for real. From me from Germany and from Saxony, Germany. Which isn't as far away. Ramanian is close. We're switching to the battle P3 to P2 in just a moment. Mike tries it for the outside. Do they touch? They do not touch. Mike makes the move. And what a move he makes. Can he keep it? He can. At Queckenberg, he makes the move into P11. What? What? Flanagan in the pit for a necessary change of tires, I would assume. Kudlis. Kudlis! Kudlis! Touches the car in front, which was a back marker. That car is spinning out. Was that Monteano? That was indeed Silvio Monteano. And we're running close again to Ramanian. Ramanian was very, very close. And Ramanian goes off. Goes off with a heavy, heavy crash. Kudlis goes into P3. Ramanian was already quite close to Mike. But then, all of a sudden, was 2 seconds away. So something must have happened. And now, for the end there, Ramanian, the attack car. Why attack? Why indeed? Why? The second race. The second race where it's happening. Adstinch in the pit as well. Wesley sweeps through into P8. Banbua in pit as well. Was that... What is happening? What is happening here? That was a back marker, I presume. That was Monteano. Standing on the road. That did look very, very dangerous. To say the least. Jelos, 1.7 seconds away from Ramanian, who just had a horrible crash. I don't think he will repair it. His front wing is yellow. Not even red or orange yet. For that kind of crash, I think he got off with a bit of a warning. That's not as tough as I thought it would be. Runs in P5 now. Salvador, at the moment, we should give props to Salvador, who is running P1 at the moment. Very, very well executed run to the front. And seems to be doing just well. Very, very good racing we have seen here. 23 laps in. We have LGI Racing Team in the front. Berg Racing, second place. Kudlis running for Latvian Lightning Locomotives. Singh in P9 right now is the counterpart for the LGI Junior Racing Team. I just went into the WSS driver. We have Statin, so at least for Latvian Lightning Locomotives, it looks very, very good. He did not yet. Salvador did not pit yet. Same with Mike. Same with Kudlis. As for the best lap, no, it's broken. See, I can only work with the data I have, so I could not tell you. We could technically ask ACTV because ACTV sometimes is right about that. But we can actually. No, can we? We can actually look for it because there's long pits. Salvador did not pit, the rest did. Monteano did not pit yet. You can just look on the WSS page for that, because we have long pits for 1 second. So, that would be the way. And there, just as we talked about it, Salvador pits indeed. Silvio Munteanu drops from the race, is out for now. Let's go with the interval. And Mike is running over at Kudlis. Fastest lap, 17.395. Salvador comes out of the pits behind Kudlis. Should be not behind Statin, but Statin definitely is close to Salvador now. Mike runs in the front. Kudlis quite close. Going for the jugular, I would say. Still, we are keeping up the pressure. This is one of the closest battles you see at the moment on the grid. Jelos maybe also be close to Ramanian with the fight for P5. We'll look at it if it happens, if I catch it in time. But Kudlis doing good. Let's hope he doesn't run out of fuel again. Baguette. We had that today for one time. Let's hope we don't have it for another. Wesley. Eyeing with P7. Who is Contreras at the moment. But Wesley is picking his target. Into the braking zone. And every point is important in this championship, in this team championship. At the Omega Kurven, Wesley, famous for being a very, very quick mouse and keyboard driver. Didn't have that much luck today of being in the front. Something must have happened. Got in for a quick pit stop, I think, right at the beginning. Or, like, close to the beginning. I believe that was when Jelos was also in the pit. If I remember correctly. Kudlis now very, very closely approaching Mike. So the fight is on for the last 5 laps here on Sachsenring. Beautiful racing so far. And the move will be there very, very soon. Oh, and Contreras makes a mistake, and there's the move. Round the outside. Side by side into T1. But it does look like Wesley indeed. Oh, he doesn't have it. Matt picks a later breaking point, but opens it up for Wesley in the process. We are fighting side by side here. Changing places almost in 1 second increments here. And now at Kleine Kuppe, we're very, very close to it in the slipstream for sure. I have my eye on the Kudlis Mike battle right now as well. We will switch to that in just a second. And my game crashes. No, Fratapat. Fratapat's game crashed. Krey is out. DNF Fratapat. Karthallenkurve. Volkswagen. And now Kudlis waits it out. At Sachsenkurve, we are approaching the battle. Kudlis started 6th, is 4th now, is 4 places up now. Can he make first? Thirtieth lap. 4 laps left. And where will the move be? Where will he put it? The battle... At least the battle for P3 I would almost call off here at this point. Anything can still happen, but you never know. And there the battle is. There the battle is. At Ralf Altmann. Kudlis picks the outside. Makes the move. He tries to put the pressure on Mike. Mike keeps it for the middle lane. Up the hill at Queckenberg yet again. Wesley and Contreras are also still fighting, by the way. It's something. And 3 laps left. The battle is still going on. We have a battle on our hands, and Mike is driving defensive as he can. All rooting for both sides. We want good racing. Some want them to do it for Kudlis to win, some don't. We just want good racing. Good racing. Let's hope good racing is what we get. Mike doing what he can. Going very different lines than usual. Trying to keep Kudlis out of the way. Wesley and Mike have the battles of their life on their hand. Wesley is fighting for Contreras for P6 still. Mike is defending for his life that he can get a win here. Jealous with the fastest lap of this session with a 17.3. We have 2 more laps in this race. And Mike is going all out. Hold P1, Mike. Thank you so much for the first time chat. Welcome to the stream. Some people saying, come on, Mike. Some people saying, come on, Kudlis. No, don't hold it, said Fredapet. Let go. Let go. Mike, defend for your life. We're here today at Sachsenring. And something will happen. Last lap is approaching. And Mike keeps on the inside. And Kudlis has P1. But Mike still has the slipstream out of Queckenberg. Side by side. Side by side. He has the outside. 3 seconds behind that is Salvador. Oh my God. Oh, and they touch. He tried the same as his brother did. A dive bomb. But Kudlis survived it. Kudlis indeed survived it. Wesley's still in the fight. Ed Kleine Kuppe here. Mike now has to see that he still gets the podium because Salvador, well, that he still gets P2. Salvador closing in. Leaders on the final lap. And that appears to be Kudlis for today. No running out of fuel. Running till the end. He is braking for Queckenberg one last time. And Kudlis wins on Sachsenring. Hohenstein. Mike P2. Salvador P3. We're done with it. Ramanian P4. Can I rewind the stream? You can. Yeah. Everything, welcome Cray. Everything from the stream will be on the YouTube, but you can also watch it later on. Once the stream is over, you can. Blümke P7. Singh P8. Jealous. Jealous! Jealous! No! No, this is not happening. This is not happening twice in the race. Not twice. No! 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 Frieza tries. Frieza tries to get him over the line. Calculation didn't match. We had that exact problem. We had that exact problem already at some point. So it's not the first time. Next time, maybe pack a bit more fuel or... Beautiful. I always do one lap extra, but it's short laps here. I think that was the problem. That might be. That might have been. Good leave you got here. Well, I hope so. Yeah. Thanks for joining. All right. That has been the race. Thanks for having me. Yes. Bit sad that this is your first race with running out of fuel. But yeah.